I Don't Chase, I Attract, written and published by Audiobooks. Whatever belongs to you will find you. The concept of I don't chase, I attract represents a fundamental shift in how we approach our desires, goals, and relationships. It's not merely a catchy phrase, but a powerful philosophy that can transform every aspect of your life. At its core, this principle suggests that instead of exhausting yourself pursuing things or people, you can cultivate an energy that naturally draws what you desire toward you. This approach doesn't mean sitting idle and waiting for life to happen. Rather, it's about understanding the subtle yet crucial difference between desperate pursuit and magnetic attraction. When you chase, you operate from a place of lack, fear, and scarcity. You're essentially telling the universe, yourself, and others that you don't believe you're worthy of naturally receiving what you desire. This energy of pursuit often creates resistance and pushes away the very things you're trying to attract. Lesson 1. What I don't chase, I attract really means for your life. In contrast, attraction works from a place of wholeness, confidence, and abundance. It's about becoming the kind of person who naturally draws in their desires through their energy, actions, and way of being. When you attract, you focus on self-development, inner growth, and authentic expression. You trust that what's meant for you will find its way to you while you continue becoming the best version of yourself. Consider a flower in nature. It doesn't chase bees or butterflies. It simply blooms. By being itself fully and radiantly, it naturally attracts what it needs for pollination and growth. This same principle applies to human experiences. Whether in career opportunities, relationships, or personal achievements, the energy of attraction creates a magnetic field that draws in aligned experiences and people. The principle of attraction manifests differently in various life areas. In relationships, it means focusing on self-love and personal growth rather than desperately seeking validation from others. In career, it involves developing your skills and unique value proposition rather than begging for opportunities. In personal growth, it's about consistent self-improvement rather than comparing yourself to others and trying to catch up. Living by I don't chase, I attract requires a deep understanding of your worth and value. It means recognizing that you don't need to convince anyone of your worth or prove yourself constantly. Instead, you embody your value naturally and allow others to recognize and appreciate it. This mindset shifts you from being externally driven to internally guided. The practical application of this principle involves developing self-awareness, maintaining healthy boundaries, and cultivating inner peace. It means learning to distinguish between inspired action and desperate pursuit. When you take action from a place of inspiration, it feels light, energizing, and natural. Conversely, pursuit often feels heavy, draining, and forced. This philosophy also teaches us about timing and trust. Sometimes what we think we want isn't arriving because we're not ready for it, or because something better is in store. By focusing on attraction rather than chase, we remain open to possibilities we might not have considered while pursuing a specific outcome. Understanding this principle helps you recognize when you're slipping into chase mode. Signs include feeling anxious about outcomes, trying to control situations, or compromising your values to get what you want. When you notice these patterns, it's an invitation to step back, realign with your worth, and trust in the power of attraction. The beauty of I don't chase, I attract lies in its empowering nature. It puts you in the driver's seat of your life while simultaneously teaching you to trust in perfect timing. It's about finding the balance between taking inspired action and allowing life to unfold naturally. This principle, when fully embraced, transforms not just what you receive in life, but who you become in the process. Lesson 2. The origin story of I don't chase, I attract, and why it works. The principle of attraction over pursuit isn't a modern invention. It's deeply rooted in ancient wisdom, traditions spanning cultures and centuries. From Eastern philosophy's concept of Wu Wei, effortless action, To Western esoteric teachings about magnetic attraction, the idea that we can draw what we desire toward us has been a consistent thread throughout human history. In ancient Chinese philosophy, Lao Tzu spoke of the way of water, how it accomplishes everything by flowing naturally, never forcing its path but always finding its way. This natural flow embodies the essence of not chasing, but attracting. Similarly, ancient Egyptian teachings emphasized the importance of alignment with universal forces, rather than struggling against them. The scientific basis for this principle emerged more recently through quantum physics, which revealed that everything in the universe is energy in constant motion. This discovery validated what mystics had known for millennia, that our thoughts and energy fields interact with the world around us in measurable ways. The law of resonance in physics demonstrates how objects vibrating at similar frequencies naturally draw together, much like how people and opportunities aligned with our authentic selves tend to appear in our lives. Modern psychology has also provided compelling evidence for why attraction works better than pursuit. When we chase after something or someone, we operate from a scarcity mindset, triggering stress responses that can cloud judgment and lead to counterproductive behaviors. Conversely, when we focus on self-development and authentic expression, we activate the brain's reward centers, increasing confidence and natural charisma. Consider Sarah, a business owner who struggled for years trying to chase clients through aggressive marketing tactics. When she shifted her approach to focusing on delivering exceptional value and letting her work speak for itself, her business flourished naturally through referrals and word of mouth. Or Michael, who stopped pursuing romantic relationships and instead devoted time to his passions and personal growth, only to find his ideal partner when he least expected it. The effectiveness of attraction over pursuit is also evident in nature. Plants don't chase sunlight, they grow naturally in its direction. Animals don't chase their ecosystems, they develop characteristics that make them perfectly suited to their environment. These natural patterns reflect the universal principle that alignment and authenticity are more powerful than force and pursuit. Recent studies in behavioral economics have shown that people are more likely to value and pursue what appears scarce or slightly out of reach. This pull dynamic creates more sustainable interest than aggressive push marketing tactics. The same principle applies in personal relationships, career advancement, and virtually every area of life where meaningful connections and achievements are desired. The digital age has provided countless examples of this principle in action. Content creators who focus on providing value rather than chasing followers often build more engaged audiences. Professionals who cultivate expertise and share knowledge naturally attract opportunities rather than having to constantly seek them out. These modern success stories demonstrate that the ancient wisdom of attraction remains relevant and effective in contemporary contexts. Understanding the origin and scientific basis of "I don't chase," I attract reveals why it's more than just a catchy phrase. It's a proven principle aligned with natural law and human psychology. When we work with these forces rather than against them, we tap into a power greater than our individual efforts could ever achieve. This understanding forms the foundation for implementing attraction-based approaches in all areas of life, leading to more authentic and sustainable success. The historical persistence and cross-cultural prevalence of this principle suggest it's not just a temporary trend, but a fundamental truth about how the universe operates. By understanding its origins and the evidence supporting it, we can more confidently align our actions with this natural law, trusting in its effectiveness while releasing the exhausting pattern of constant pursuit. Lesson 3. What don't chase people, attract them means in relationships. The dynamics of human connections have always been fascinating, and nowhere is the principle of "I don't chase, I attract" more powerful than in relationships. When we understand how to apply this philosophy to our interactions with others, we transform not only our relationships but also our entire social experience. At its core, attracting people, rather than chasing them, means becoming the type of person who naturally draws others in through authentic self-expression and genuine value. In personal relationships, this manifests as being comfortable in your own skin and living your life with purpose and joy. When you focus on building a fulfilling life, you naturally become more attractive to others who resonate with your energy and values. The professional realm equally benefits from this approach. Instead of desperately networking or pursuing connections, focus on developing your expertise, sharing your knowledge, and being genuinely helpful. People are naturally drawn to those who excel in their field and maintain a spirit of generosity. This magnetic quality comes from a place of security and abundance rather than neediness or strategic manipulation. Friendship dynamics shift dramatically when you embrace the attraction mindset. True friendships flourish when both parties feel chosen rather than pursued. By cultivating your interests, maintaining healthy boundaries, and being selective about your social circle, you create space for meaningful connections to develop organically. Quality friendships naturally gravitate toward those who value themselves and offer authentic engagements. Building authentic connections requires a fundamental shift in how we approach relationships. Instead of trying to please others or adapt ourselves to fit their expectations, we focus on self-discovery and personal growth. This authenticity becomes a beacon that attracts compatible people who appreciate us for who we truly are. The energy we emit when we're being genuine is far more attractive than any carefully crafted persona. The art of attraction in relationships also involves understanding and respecting timing. Not every connection needs to be immediate or intense. Some relationships develop slowly, building trust and understanding over time. By releasing the need to force connections or rush intimacy, we allow relationships to unfold naturally at their own pace. This approach doesn't mean becoming passive or disengaged. Instead, it involves active participation in life while maintaining an open heart and clear boundaries. When we meet someone new, whether in personal or professional contexts, we engage with genuine interest while remaining grounded in our own worth. This balance creates a magnetic field that draws others toward us while maintaining healthy relationship dynamics. Understanding the difference between attraction and pursuit in relationships also means recognizing when to let go. Not every connection is meant to last, and forcing relationships that have naturally run their course only creates unnecessary suffering. The ability to release with grace is as important as the ability to attract with authenticity. The practice of attraction in relationships extends to how we handle conflicts and challenges. Instead of chasing resolution through confrontation or desperate attempts to fix things, we learn to create space for natural healing and understanding. This approach often leads to deeper, more meaningful resolutions as both parties feel respected and heard. When we truly understand what it means to attract rather than chase in relationships, we experience a profound shift in how we connect with others. Our relationships become more authentic, balanced, and fulfilling. We find ourselves surrounded by people who genuinely appreciate us, support our growth, and contribute positively to our lives. This natural alignment creates a foundation for lasting, meaningful connections that enrich our lives and support our journey of personal evolution. Lesson 4. How to Attract Without Chasing. The 5-Step Magnetism Method. The art of attraction operates on principles far more sophisticated than mere wishful thinking or passive waiting. The 5-Step Magnetism Method provides a structured approach to becoming naturally magnetic without falling into the trap of desperate pursuit. This method has transformed countless lives by teaching people how to align their energy with what they desire. The first step, self-awareness, forms the foundation of magnetic attraction. This involves developing a deep understanding of who you are, what you truly want, and what you bring to the table. It requires honest self-reflection about your values, desires, and authentic self. When you know yourself intimately, you naturally emit a frequency that resonates with your true desires. This self-knowledge creates a powerful magnetic field that draws in compatible experiences and relationships. Value cultivation. The second step focuses on becoming the type of person who naturally attracts what you desire. Instead of chasing external validation or success, you invest in developing your skills, character, and inner worth. This might mean furthering your education, developing new talents, or working on personal growth. As you enhance your inherent value, you become increasingly attractive to opportunities and people who recognize and appreciate that value. The third step, energy alignment, involves consciously managing your vibrational frequency. Your energy is like a broadcast signal. It needs to match the frequency of what you want to attract. This means maintaining positive emotions, practicing gratitude, and staying focused on your desires while remaining detached from specific outcomes. It's about creating an energetic space that naturally draws in what resonates with your authentic self. Authentic expression, step 4, is about letting your true self shine through in all interactions and endeavors. This means speaking your truth, sharing your genuine thoughts and feelings, and allowing yourself to be vulnerable. When you express yourself authentically, you create clear channels for attraction. People and opportunities can recognize and respond to your genuine energy, creating natural connections rather than forced ones. The fifth and final step, magnetic presence, brings together all previous elements into a powerful attractive force. This involves showing up fully in each moment, being present and engaged in your life, and maintaining an open stance toward receiving. Magnetic presence isn't about being the loudest or most noticeable person in the room. It's about embodying a quiet confidence and certainty that naturally draws others toward you. The beauty of this method lies in its organic nature. Unlike chasing, which often feels desperate and depleting, these steps create a natural pull that requires no force. It's similar to how a flower doesn't chase bees. It simply blooms, and its natural beauty and nectar attract what it needs. Each step builds upon the previous one, creating a comprehensive approach to attraction that works across all areas of life. This method works because it focuses on internal transformation rather than external manipulation. When you implement these steps, you're not trying to trick or convince anyone or anything to come to you. Instead, you're creating an authentic magnetic field that naturally draws in what aligns with your true nature. The process might take time, but the results are genuine and lasting. The key to success with this method is consistency and patience. Each step requires regular practice and dedication. You might not see immediate results, but as you continue to work with these principles, you'll notice subtle shifts in how opportunities and relationships naturally flow into your life. The 5-step magnetism method isn't a quick fix. It's a transformative practice that fundamentally changes how you interact with the world around you. Lesson 5. Is it true that what is yours will find you? The evidence. The concept that what belongs to you will find you has intrigued humanity for centuries, and while it may sound mystical, there's compelling evidence supporting this principle. Modern research in quantum physics demonstrates that everything in the universe is connected through energy fields, suggesting that attraction operates on a fundamental level of reality. Studies in behavioral psychology have revealed fascinating patterns in how people and opportunities naturally gravitate toward those who embody certain qualities. Research conducted at Harvard University showed that people who maintain a clear sense of purpose and authentic self-expression naturally attract others with similar values and aspirations. This alignment occurs without forced effort or pursuit, supporting the principle that what resonates with our authentic selves naturally finds its way to us. The evidence extends beyond academic research into real-world observations. Successful entrepreneurs frequently report that their biggest opportunities came not from aggressive pursuit, but from being prepared and positioned correctly when the right moment arrived. A comprehensive study of Fortune 500 CEOs revealed that 75s attributed their most significant business breakthroughs to seemingly coincidental meetings or unexpected connections that occurred while they were focused on developing their expertise and vision. In relationships, psychological studies have demonstrated that people who focus on self-development and maintain healthy boundaries naturally attract more fulfilling connections. Research in attachment theory shows that people who develop secure attachment styles and strong self-worth naturally draw others toward them, while those who anxiously pursue relationships often experience less successful outcomes. The field of epigenetics provides another fascinating perspective, showing that our internal state and beliefs can actually influence our genetic expression and, by extension, what we attract into our life. Studies have shown that positive expectations and belief systems can create measurable changes in our biology, affecting how we interact with our environment and what opportunities we're able to recognize and receive. Social network analysis has revealed that people who maintain authentic presence and clear intentions naturally become nodes of connection, attracting resources and opportunities without active pursuit. This phenomenon, known as network centrality, occurs naturally for people who provide value and maintain genuine relationships rather than those who strategically network. Historic records across cultures document countless instances of synchronistic events and meant to be connections that defy statistical probability. While these can't be measured in traditional scientific terms, the sheer volume and consistency of such reports across different times and cultures suggest an underlying pattern worth considering. Neuroscience research has shown that the brain's reticular activating system, RAS, filters information based on what we focus on and value, essentially helping us attract relevant opportunities by making us more aware of them. This biological mechanism helps explain why people often find exactly what they need once they've clearly defined it, without desperate searching. Economic studies have also provided evidence for natural attraction principles in market dynamics. Successful brands and businesses that focus on creating genuine value often experience organic growth through word of mouth and natural attraction, outperforming those that rely heavily on aggressive marketing and pursuit strategies. The evidence for what is yours will find you exists in both quantifiable data and observed patterns across multiple disciplines. While the mechanism may not be fully understood, the consistency of these findings suggests that this principle operates as a natural law, similar to gravity or magnetism. Understanding and working with this principle allows us to align ourselves with its flow rather than struggling against it through constant pursuit and chase. Lesson 6. What belongs to you will always find you, the universal law explains. The concept that what belongs to you will always find you is deeply rooted in universal laws that govern our existence. This profound truth operates through consistent principles that shape our reality, much like gravity or magnetism. When we align ourselves with these universal laws, we create a natural flow that brings our desires and destined experiences to us without force or manipulation. The first universal law at play is the law of vibration, which states that everything in existence carries a specific energetic frequency. This includes our thoughts, emotions, and desires. When we maintain a vibration that matches what we seek, we naturally attract corresponding experiences and opportunities. This isn't merely positive thinking, it's quantum physics in action. Our energy field interacts with the universe's vast network of possibilities, creating resonance with what authentically belongs in our life path. Alignment principles form another crucial aspect of this universal law. When we're aligned with our true nature and purpose, we become natural conduits for what's meant for us. This alignment happens on multiple levels: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. It's like tuning a radio to the exact frequency of your favorite station. When you're precisely aligned, the reception is clear and strong. Similarly, when you're aligned with your authentic self, what belongs to you naturally finds its way into your experience. Divine timing plays an integral role in this universal law. Often, we become frustrated when things don't manifest immediately, but this mysterious force operates on its own schedule. Divine timing ensures that everything arrives at the perfect moment, when we're truly ready to receive it. This might mean that certain experiences, relationships, or opportunities appear later than we'd prefer, but they arrive exactly when they'll serve our highest good. The principle of trust and surrender is perhaps the most challenging aspect of this universal law to embrace. Our human nature often compels us to control, manipulate, and force outcomes. However, true alignment requires releasing this need for control and trusting in the natural order of things. This doesn't mean becoming passive. Rather, it means taking inspired action while remaining detached from specific outcomes. Energy exchange represents another vital component of this universal law. Everything in the universe operates through give and take. When we focus on giving value, being of service, and contributing positively to the world, we create a natural flow of energy that returns to us multiplied. This isn't about keeping score or expecting immediate returns. It's about understanding that energy flows in cycles and patterns. The law of reflection also plays a significant role. What we see in our external world mirrors our internal state. When we cultivate inner peace, self-worth, and abundance consciousness, we naturally attract experiences that reflect these qualities. This means that becoming what we seek is more powerful than chasing after it. Understanding these universal laws shifts our perspective from one of lack and pursuit to one of abundance and allowing. When we truly grasp that what belongs to us will find us, we stop operating from fear and scarcity. Instead, we move through life with confidence, knowing that our role is to prepare ourselves to receive what's already destined for us. This universal law also teaches us about the power of recognition. Sometimes what belongs to us arrives in unexpected forms or through unusual channels. By staying open and aware, we develop the discernment to recognize our destined experiences, relationships, and opportunities when they appear. This recognition often feels like a deep knowing or an undeniable sense of rightness. Living in harmony with this universal law requires a delicate balance of action and allowance. While we need to participate in creating our reality actively, we must also trust in the greater wisdom that orchestrates our lives. This balance creates a flow state where what belongs to us naturally gravitates toward us, and we're perfectly positioned to receive it. Lesson 7. How to make space for what is meant for you. Practical methods. Creating space for what's meant to enter your life is like preparing a garden before planting seeds. Just as a gardener must clear weeds, prepare the soil, and ensure proper conditions for growth, we must intentionally create space in our lives for what belongs to us to arrive. The process begins with physical decluttering, which serves as a tangible representation of our readiness to receive. When we clear our living spaces of items that no longer serve us, we send a powerful message to the universe about our willingness to let go of the old and welcome the new. This isn't just about organizing closets or cleaning drawers. It's about consciously evaluating every item's energy and purpose in our lives. Mental and emotional clearing follows naturally from physical decluttering. Our minds often hold on to outdated beliefs, past hurts, and limiting thoughts that occupy valuable mental real estate. Through practices like meditation, journaling, or seeking professional guidance, we can release these mental barriers. This clearing creates room for new perspectives, opportunities, and relationships to enter our awareness. Energetic preparation involves becoming aware of and intentionally shifting the energy we carry and project. This includes examining our daily habits, the company we keep, and the environments we frequent. When we raise our energetic frequency through positive practices like gratitude, mindfulness, and self-care, we naturally attract experiences and people that match this elevated state. Boundaries play a crucial role in maintaining the space we create. Like a well-tended garden needs fences to protect it from unwanted intrusion, our lives need clear boundaries to preserve our energy and space. This means learning to say no to commitments that don't align with our values, limiting exposure to negative influences, and honoring our own needs and limitations. The art of creating space also involves developing discernment about what we allow into our lives. Not everything that presents itself deserves our attention or energy. By cultivating a strong sense of self and clarity about our desires, we can better distinguish between opportunities that truly belong in our lives and those that are mere distractions. Physical space creation extends beyond decluttering to intentionally designing our environment to support our goals and desires. This might mean creating a dedicated meditation corner, setting up a home office that inspires creativity, or reorganizing spaces to better flow with our daily routines. Our physical environment should reflect and support the life we're calling in. Time management becomes another crucial aspect of space creation. By evaluating how we spend our hours and minutes, we can identify activities that drain our energy without adding value. Releasing these time wasters creates openings for meaningful pursuits and connections that align with our highest good. The practice of letting go is perhaps the most powerful method of creating space. This includes releasing attachments to specific outcomes, surrendering control over timing, and trusting that what's meant for us will arrive when conditions are right. This surrender paradoxically creates the perfect conditions for attraction. As we implement these practical methods, it's essential to maintain patience and trust in the process. Creating space is not a one-time event, but an ongoing practice of mindful living. Each day presents new opportunities to release what no longer serves us and prepare for what's meant to enter our lives. Through consistent practice, we develop an intuitive understanding of how to maintain the delicate balance between creating space and allowing life to unfold naturally. When we consciously create and maintain space in our lives, we demonstrate our readiness and worthiness to receive what belongs to us. This active preparation, combined with trust and patience, sets the stage for natural attraction, rather than desperate pursuit. The universe responds to this readiness by bringing forth opportunities, relationships, and experiences that perfectly align with our highest good. Lesson 8. The Attraction V's. Chasing mindset that changes everything. The fundamental difference between attracting and chasing lies not in our actions, but in our mindset. This profound shift in perspective transforms how we approach every aspect of our lives, from relationships to career opportunities and personal goals. When we operate from a chasing mindset, we're constantly in a state of lack, believing we must pursue, convince, and prove ourselves worthy of what we desire. This creates a desperate energy that often repels the very things we seek. The attraction mindset, on the other hand, stems from a place of wholeness and inner confidence. It's rooted in the understanding that we are already complete and worthy of our desires. This mindset allows us to move through life with grace, knowing that what's meant for us will naturally gravitate toward us when we maintain the right energy and alignment. Consider how these mindsets manifest in daily life. Someone with a chasing mindset might constantly check their phone for messages, overthink every interaction, and feel compelled to always make the first move. They operate from fear of missing out, fear of losing opportunities, fear of not being enough. This fear-based approach creates tension and resistance in their reality. In contrast, someone with an attraction mindset focuses on their own growth and joy. They trust in their worth and the natural flow of life. Instead of frantically pursuing opportunities, they invest in becoming the type of person who naturally draws opportunities to them. They understand that authentic power lies not in controlling outcomes, but in controlling their own energy and vibration. The shift from chasing to attracting requires a deep rewiring of our belief systems. It means challenging the societal conditioning that tells us we must always be doing, pursuing, and making things happen. It involves embracing the power of being rather than constantly doing. This doesn't mean becoming passive. Rather, it means taking inspired action from a place of alignment rather than desperation. Emotional intelligence plays a crucial role in this mindset transformation. When we operate from an attraction mindset, we become more tuned to our feelings and intuition. We learn to distinguish between actions motivated by fear and those inspired by genuine desire and alignment. This emotional awareness helps us maintain the high vibration necessary for natural attraction. The attraction mindset also influences how we handle setbacks and delays. Instead of seeing them as failures or reasons to chase harder, we understand them as natural parts of the alignment process. We trust that timing is divine and that what's meant for us cannot miss us. This trust allows us to remain centered and peaceful, even when things don't unfold according to our preferred timeline. Perhaps most importantly, the attraction mindset changes how we view ourselves. We stop seeking external validation and start recognizing our inherent worth. This self-awareness and self-acceptance create a magnetic field around us that naturally draws in aligned opportunities and relationships. We no longer feel the need to convince others of our value because we're deeply convinced of it ourselves. The behavioral shifts that accompany this mindset change are subtle but powerful. We become more present, more authentic, and more comfortable in our own skin. We listen more than we speak, observe more than we react, and trust more than we doubt. These shifts create a natural attractiveness that goes beyond physical appearance or surface-level charm. Through cultivating an attraction mindset, we learn to work with universal laws rather than against them. We understand that forcing, manipulating, and chasing create resistance, while alignment, authenticity, and trust create flow. This understanding transforms not just how we pursue our goals, but how we experience life itself. We move from a state of constant striving to one of inspired being, knowing that our energy and mindset are our most powerful tools for creating the life we desire. Lesson 9. Why chasing pushes away what you want most, Psychology explained. The paradoxical nature of human psychology reveals itself most clearly in our pursuit of desires. When we chase something or someone intensely, we often create the exact opposite effect of what we intended. This phenomenon isn't just a casual observation. It's deeply rooted in psychological principles and energy dynamics that govern human behavior and relationships. At its core, chasing creates a psychological pressure that triggers resistance in others. When we pursue something or someone with excessive intensity, we unconsciously communicate a sense of lack, neediness, or desperation. This energy is palpable to others, even if they can't explicitly identify why they feel uncomfortable or want to distance themselves. The human mind naturally rebels against pressure and coercion, even when it's subtle. This reaction is known as psychological reactance. The more someone feels pushed towards something, the more they instinctively pull away. The psychology behind this pushing away effect also relates to perceived value. When we chase, we inadvertently signal that what we're pursuing has higher value than ourselves. This creates an immediate imbalance in any relationship or situation. The person or opportunity being pursued often begins to question why someone is trying so hard, leading to doubts about the pursuer's worth or authenticity. This dynamic can quickly turn into a self-fulfilling prophecy, where the more we chase, the less attractive or valuable we appear. Our pursuit behaviors often stem from deep-seated insecurities and limiting beliefs. The act of chasing frequently masks a belief that we're not enough on our own, that we need external validation or completion to be whole. This underlying energy becomes a powerful repellent, as it contradicts the natural law of attraction, which responds to wholeness and self-sufficiency rather than lack and need. The energy dynamics at play are equally important to understand. When we chase, we create a pushing energy that disrupts the natural flow of give and take. This disruption manifests as resistance in the universe, making our desired outcomes more difficult to achieve. It's similar to trying to force a river to flow upstream. The more energy we expend fighting the natural current, the more exhausted and frustrated we become while achieving little progress. Self-sabotage patterns emerge when we become trapped in the chasing cycle. The more we pursue and face rejection or resistance, the more we might intensify our efforts, creating a destructive spiral. This pattern often stems from early life experiences or learned behaviors where we came to believe that we had to work extremely hard or pursue aggressively to receive love, attention, or success. The psychological impact of constant pursuit also affects our self-worth and emotional well-being. Each time we chase and fail to acquire what we want, it reinforces negative beliefs about ourselves and our worthiness. This creates a feedback loop where our diminished self-worth drives more desperate pursuit, which in turn leads to more rejection and further damage to our self-esteem. Understanding these psychological mechanisms allows us to break free from the chasing pattern. When we recognize that pursuit often creates resistance, we can shift our energy toward becoming magnetic instead. This involves developing genuine self-worth, cultivating inner peace, and trusting in the natural flow of life. By releasing the need to chase, we create space for organic attraction to occur. The most effective approach is to redirect the energy we would have spent chasing into self-development and inner alignment. This shift transforms our energy signature from one of neediness and lack to one of completeness and abundance. When we embody this state of being, we naturally attract what aligns with our authentic selves, without the need for pursuit or force. The psychology of attraction works in harmony with this principle. When we are centered, confident, and at peace with ourselves, we become naturally attractive to opportunities, relationships, and experiences that match our energy. This creates a positive cycle, where our magnetic presence draws in what we desire, while our lack of pursuit maintains the natural balance that allows these connections to flourish. Lesson 10. The daily practice that transforms you into a natural attractor. The journey of becoming a natural attractor isn't about a single moment of transformation, but rather a series of intentional daily practices that gradually reshape your energy and presence. These practices, when performed consistently, create a magnetic field around you that naturally draws in what aligns with your authentic self. Your day begins the moment you open your eyes. Instead of immediately reaching for your phone or jumping into your to-do list, take 5 minutes to set your energetic tone. Breathe deeply and connect with your inner state of being. This simple act signals to the universe that you're approaching life from a place of centeredness rather than chaos. Throughout your morning routine, incorporate practices that elevate your vibration. This might include meditation, gentle movement, or speaking affirmations that reinforce your natural attracting power. The key is to choose practices that genuinely resonate with you, rather than forcing yourself to adopt someone else's routine. As you move through your day, practice conscious awareness of your energy. Notice how different situations and people affect your magnetic field. When you encounter challenges, pause to realign rather than reacting from a place of scarcity or desperation. This constant energy management becomes second nature with practice. Incorporate moments of stillness throughout your day. These brief pauses allow you to check in with yourself and adjust your frequency as needed. During these moments, visualize yourself as a powerful magnet, naturally drawing in opportunities, relationships, and experiences that match your highest good. Physical practices also play a crucial role in maintaining your attractive energy. Regular exercise, nourishing food choices, and adequate rest aren't just good for your health. They're essential components of your magnetic presence. Your body is the vessel through which your attractive energy flows, so treating it with care enhances your natural pulling power. Evening practices are equally important in your transformation. Before bed, review your day through the lens of attraction rather than pursuit. Notice the moments when things naturally flowed to you and celebrate these as evidence of your growing magnetic presence. Release any instances where you might have slipped into chasing energy, knowing that tomorrow brings new opportunities to practice attraction. Weekly rituals deepen your practice. Set aside time each week for more intensive attraction work. This might include journaling about your magnetic successes, updating your vision board, or engaging in energy-clearing practices. These weekly check-ins help you stay aligned with your attraction goals and adjust your approach as needed. Monthly reviews provide perspective on your journey. Look for patterns in what you're attracting and how your energy has shifted. Notice how people respond to you differently as your magnetic presence grows stronger. Use these insights to refine your daily practices and strengthen your attractive power. The most powerful daily practice is maintaining unwavering faith in your natural attractive abilities. Trust that what belongs to you will find its way to you without force or manipulation. This trust becomes stronger as you witness the results of your consistent practice. Becoming a natural attractor is a gradual process of embodiment. Each day presents countless opportunities to choose attraction over pursuit. As you commit to these daily practices, you'll find yourself naturally drawing in experiences, opportunities, and relationships that align with your highest good. Your presence becomes a powerful force of attraction, making the chase unnecessary and allowing life to flow to you with ease and grace. Through dedicated daily practice, you transform from someone who chases after what they want into someone who naturally attracts their desires. This transformation happens not through force, but through consistent, intentional alignment with your magnetic nature. Your daily practices become the foundation upon which your attractive power builds, creating a life where what belongs to you naturally finds its way to you.